The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99X.
You know what I've always been amused by is the fact that, like, when you're on a date, on a first date, maybe your first 2 dates with somebody, every single thing that they do, every little nuance they have, every idiosyncrasy...
You're under the microscope. ...is
placed under such a microscope, and the slightest thing they do that is kind of weird to you can make it...
No second chance for a lot of people.
I was talking to this friend of mine, and she went out on a first date a few nights ago. And I said, so how'd it go? She said, I don't think so. What happened? She said, well, we were at the movies, and you know how they have a little cup holder on the side of the armrest? She said, well, he put his drink in the cup holder, and then during the movie, rather than pick up the cup to drink out of the straw, he would just, like, lean over.
What's wrong with that?
I do that all the time.
He would just, like, leave it in the cup holder.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And then lean over the whole time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? You get the jumbo, you just place it there for the whole movie, you're good to go.
She said it drove her out of her mind. She said, that's it. I can't go out with this guy anymore.
That's funny, though. But
you know, everybody's got their little thing like that.
Little thing that irritates you.
This is my friend Fred, right? Is that okay to say? Because...
Well, you know, Fred's my name, so you could certainly use it.
Okay. Why did one girl not make the cut one time?
This is a funny story, actually. It had to do with the type of beer that she drank. She kept, every time she would come over, she would bring a six-pack of this beer. And it was horrible, horrible beer. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll go out and get something a little better, try to expand her horizons. And every time I would get something else, she would not drink it and complain.
It was a light beer, a type of light beer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, it persisted, and finally I got this huge collection of really good beer that was light beer, which I didn't drink. And she would start bringing 12 packs over of this bad beer.
Of the same beer.
Of the same beer.
So because she wasn't drinking a beer that he thought was suitable,
you dumped her.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it wasn't so much that the beer was bad. It was just that I felt that here's someone who had no interest in expanding their horizons.
Well, you got to look down the line and go, you couldn't deal with that beer in your refrigerator for the rest of your life.
Right, exactly.
So, wrong type of beer.
I'm sure there are plenty. I want to hear some.
Yeah. What is just the most ridiculous reason you've ever had to break off dating somebody?
Patrick.
Hey, Harry.
Whoa!
Do tell us what happened.
Do tell us what more.
Yeah,
You're supposed to work your way up to that story.
Yeah, the guy we opened the phone line. The guy
threw the punchline right out the gate.
I like this. Go right to the punchline. Go right to the punchline. We don't need the long story.
Did you end it right there, or did you go ahead and complete the task?
No, actually, because she was a nice person, I was just like going, what do I do to work up courage?
You just stayed away from that zone for the night.
Pretty much. You just pull that old down and, you know, and work on other areas.
So was that it? Was that the last time you went out with her?
No, actually, because she also, I picked her up where I worked, and she frequented there. And what I did, I went out with her a few times after that, and there was one night I remember I drank enough courage to let her know this. And about a week later, they were nice and smooth and clean, and then I dumped her after that.
Yeah.
Am I mean or what?
Man.
Yeah.
Did you tell her to, maybe for future guys, since you knew you weren't going to go back there, maybe to get a little maintenance?
Oh, yeah. I was just like, I'm sorry, man. Maybe it's the guy thing, but you got to get rid of that.
And then you talked about that with all your buddies for the next 6 months.
Pretty much. Oh, I still
And
talk
ruin
about it
her.
all the time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Steven.
Yeah.
What up? Why?
Let's see. One, I met a girl at Bare Naked Ladies concert in July last year.
Uh-huh.
We went out. I had a nickname for her, and it was Mighty Mouse.
Uh-huh.
And on my birthday card, she misspelled the word mouse.
How'd she spell it?
How did she spell mouse?
I believe she spelled that M-O-U-C-E. And
Oh, that would be...
You had the brain surgeon.
Was this a different girl?
different girl.
And that was enough. That's all it took.
That was it.
Thanks, Steven.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's
Sean?
hysterical.
Yeah, it's Sean.
What was her problem, Sean?
Well,
we dated a few times, and we started. The first time we had sex, this girl starts screaming "dude" over and over again.
During sex?
Dude.
No.
Yeah.
Just like,
She
dude,
sure
that
did.
rocks.
That was it.
Oh,
No.
dude. Girls don't say dude ever.
I
never
can't
hear women
believe-
say dude.
Maybe you were just like another passing number in the night and she couldn't get the name straight.
So, seriously, how
That's
did it
possible.
sound?
That's possible.
How did it sound? Seriously. Like, let's hear a little.
Yeah,
Well,
give-
she started moaning, you know. Dude. It was great. It was great. The Golden Palace turned out to be a little bronze.
Oh, God.
The Morning X with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy.
Hi, this is Mike Tyson, and you're listening to Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy on 19XX.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.